Hi everyone, and welcome to the Smaller Waste for 2021 podcast. I'm Julia Schaefer, and I want to share with you some simple ways you can make changes in your daily lives to reduce your family's waste. So last week we looked at the big problem of food waste. The stats were pretty scary, I know, and I reckon you got excited about changing things up at your place to make sure that you didn't send as much food waste to landfill. I'd love to know what your family chose to do, so please send me a message and let me know. This week we're going to talk about water conservation and wastage. Water is such a precious natural resource and it's often needlessly wasted. So we need to be aware of the facts and develop some strategies how we can, in our average suburban household, conserve water and reduce our water waste. But first I'd like to tell you a story. When we first moved to our acreage property, one of the first things that we saved up for was a water tank. We were living in the Gold Coast hinterland and we had mains water running to the house, but we longed to drink water that didn't taste like we'd just dipped our cup in the swimming pool. And speaking of pools, not wanting to pay for water every time the old pool needed a top up. So off my husband went to research the size we needed, how many we needed to be self-sufficient, and how much all of that was going to cost. We prepared a pad big enough for 2 tanks, bought the cracker dust and had it delivered to the spot, and then spread it out ready for the delivery of our first tank. Once the tank was in place, we engaged a plumber after running some blue line pipes down from the tank to the house, and we buried them in a trench. The plumber, like a good little plumber, did as we asked and connected the house directly to the tank with the option to connect to the mains when the tank ran dry, without even a word that the Gold Coast City Council did not approve of such a folly. Oops, pleading ignorance, Your Honour. So for 7.5 years, our family lived off this beautiful tank water without a filter, apart from some mesh on the input of the tank that stopped animals climbing in and drowning, because yuck. We bathed in it, washed it, drank it, flushed it, topped up the pool with it, sparingly because it was just too good. Just like people everywhere have done on the land for years, and never once did the council question the ridiculously low water bill we had each quarter. It really was a case of ask forgiveness, not permission, but we really didn't know any better. As a family, we became really conscious of water wastage because that water was just so damn good, we didn't want to go back and switch over to town water ever again. So no matter what your water situation is like at home, here are some of the ways we conserved water that'll help you to waste less for the sake of the planet and also your household water bill. But some facts first. Australians use almost twice the average amount of water than any other person in the world. Other countries use just 60 litres of water a day, and the average Aussie uses more than twice that amount during a single shower. I know my son does. What about your family? Here in Australia, 5,500 litres of water per household is wasted each year just through leaky taps. To put that in perspective, most of the buckets that you buy at the hardware store are 10 litre buckets. So that's 550 10 litre buckets of wasted water. So get those dripping taps fixed. I've recently learned how to reseat a tap and change the washer. The benefits of managing a residential apartment complex and having a husband that's happy to show me how to do it and one that has the right tools for the job. Like most things, it's not hard when you know what to do, but if you can't, then get a plumber in. Replacing your old taps and shower heads with water-saving taps and shower heads can save you an additional 29,000 litres of water each year. How would that impact your water bill and the planet? So while the plumber's there, get him to do that as well. It may be something that you do already, but I know that sometimes even in a rush, I even forget to turn the tap off while brushing my teeth. A running tap uses 16 litres of water a minute. How many minutes does it take you and your entire family to brush their teeth? Try to remember to always turn the tap off. Some of the lesser known ways that you can save water are the following. You can save your cooking water and use it on the garden. This is how it works. So when you cook pasta or even veggies like potatoes, keep the cooking water rather than sending it down the sink. Perhaps put it in a bucket in the laundry and wait until it's cool and then use it to water your garden. Not only are you providing the plants with the moisture that they need, but vital nutrients that the plant can also absorb. Don't use it hot though, unless it's on some weeds, because it will scorch them. Did I need to say that? Are you smarter than that? I'm sure you are. In the house we used to live in, the hot water system was near the kitchen, but far, far away from the bathrooms. So when I turned on the hot tap in the bathroom, litres and litres of water would go down the drain before the hot water would appear. And don't forget, we're talking about that amazing tank water. So if that sounds like your place, then why not keep a bucket in the shower to capture the cold before the hot appears? Then you can either use it in cooking or once again on your garden. Appliances now come with a water rating, so if you're in the market for a new appliance like a dishwasher or a washing machine, check out the water rating and try to choose those that have the most stars. Sometimes they cost a little bit more, but as water costs increase, the saving will offset the cost of the appliance. A great deal of water is wasted when we hose pathways and driveways. We at home find that a blower or a blower vac means you don't need to waste water on hosing something that isn't going to grow. And if you want to wash your car, why not consider parking it on the grass and using environmentally friendly detergent? That way you're watering the lawn as you wash the car. Pools lose a lot of water due to evaporation, so installing a pool blanket will reduce the amount of times that you need to top up your pool with what is essentially drinking water. My sister-in-law is from Japan, and one of the amazing innovations the Japanese have in their bathrooms is a hand-washing basin above the toilet cistern. The fresh water comes out of the tap for you to wash your hands, and as it does, it refills the cistern with your hand-washing water, which is then used for the next flush. What? Isn't that amazing? We really need these in Australia, don't you think? We're one of the only countries in the world that flush with drinking water. Perhaps a long-term plan for you could be to investigate flushing with water that you've used to wash your clothes. There are proprietary systems to divert your clothes washing grey water to the yard to irrigate the lawn. Possibly not something you'd use on veggies, however. And only if you're washing cold water and with eco-friendly powder or liquid, but something to have a look at. I'm sure there are many other things that people around the world are doing to conserve water, particularly in areas where water's scarce and they have to walk for kilometres to carry buckets on their heads back to their families. Because water's so easy for us, just turn the tap. Because water is so easy for us, just turn the tap and there it is. I think we don't appreciate how precious this natural resource is. After listening, I hope you've gained a new appreciation. So for this week's task, I would love it if you and your family could employ one of these simple ideas to reduce water consumption or water loss. Perhaps you might decide to save your cooking water to water the garden, or put a bucket in the shower to save the cold while you wait for the hot to appear. Maybe you'll replace a 3-star appliance with a 6-star one, or buy a blanket for your swimming pool. Or maybe it might just be a chat with your family about turning the tap off while they brush their teeth, or thinking about having a shorter shower. Whatever it is you do, please message me and let me know. I truly hope you gained something from the podcast today. And if you did, please share it with other people that you influence in your family and friendship circle, and don't forget to subscribe. Together we can make a difference and leave a lighter footprint on the planet. Thanks for listening, and if you'd like to hear more about how you can live a more sustainable life, check out Lighter Footprints on all the socials and my blog www.lighterfootprints.com.au.